Hey guys, welcome back. Today I thought it would be fun to do a little video involving my husband. Maybe it'd be great to share with you guys how we met many years ago. Hope you enjoy this one.
This is not sitting how it's meant to. Oh.
You want to be next? The dogs when they were all bumbling around.
Hi.
When did we meet? What year was it?
2008, 9? This time-ish, like that New Year period. I don't actually remember if it was before New Year's or after. That's why we don't actually know what year. Meeting at pool.
A pool.
Public pool. I don't remember anything up until like I saw you, because the rest of the day was irrelevant.
Yeah, actually, I'm the same.
I was hot, you were hot.
I was going with my cousin to the pools to meet a few of her friends, and it was just a really hot day. And I remember walking down, and I remember looking over as I was walking down, and I saw you looking back, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then you had like those abs and that butt, and I was like, and then as we slowly walked down, you're still staring. We got to my cousin's friends. I was like hoping, I'm like, please, that would be amazing. Finally got to go up as I'm standing there, and I'm like looking at you, you're looking at me.
Because I was climbing the ladder.
Yeah, you just kept on looking back.
I just make sure I was tensing the whole way.
Tensing what?
My abs.
I was looking at your butt.
So you're up the top, and then I climbed the ladder, and you were down there. Which means you walked like f***ing 40 miles an hour just to get round to look at me again.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing you walked in, and I was like, damn. And then I like climbed the ladder, I'm like, gotta tense these abs, make sure I look good. Then when I get to the top, you were standing down near the friends, my mates I was with at the time. And then I saw you talking to them, and I was like, all right, let's show off. Let's impress, get your attention. I saw you looking at me.
You did a flip, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like a flippy twist. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know
It
what
was
you
just
call it.
like
It was
a... And then you getting out, it was like slow motion. It was like you pushed up, and you're like...
Oh yeah. Yeah, back then I used to do the push-up straight to my feet, so it was just like a boom,
Yeah.
and you pump your chest out. Yeah, I miss having abs.
Came over, and I was so shy.
Hardly spoke. It was just like that to you.
Well, you did push me in the pool at one stage.
Yeah.
It went under me, I remember that.
We flirted hardcore.
That was intense.
Not even dirty touching.
No.
It was just like caressing.
I remember going out to your car, but it wasn't you showing off like I had a car. It was the friends that were like, yeah, he's got a car. And I'm like,
Yeah, everyone with that.
No.
Look at this guy. Look how cool he is. It wasn't cool. It wasn't even a cool car. It was just my first car. Had some 18-inch wheels on it. The color was cool. Charcoal. Other than that, it was like a Mitsubishi Verado. It was like my first car. Sensible car. With a sound system. Subwoofer.
you made me feel special. It was different. Like, you know, these days everyone meets like online or we...
Yeah, we actually met in person.
Yeah.
And it wasn't arranged over Tinder or actually meet, not plan in like, damn, I want to marry her.
I thought that too. Like, I remember sitting there going, like, in my own head, do you want kids? How many kids does he want? Do you want to get married? Like,
That was like the first time that it was like, you really think about kids,
Yeah.
marriage, future, or anything like that. Like, as cliche as it was that love at first sight, but actually thinking about the future. I didn't think about that back then.
crazy. It was just like this instant connection. My moment of that thought was when we were out where your car is, and it was just before I sat on your lap. You and I were like just talking, and you were like on the driver's side with the door open, and you're just standing there with like your arm. And I just remember looking at you and just thinking that.
That sounds like a movie. Our life kind of is like a movie, isn't it?
So much drama.
Notebook times a million.
What are your like most memorable moments?
When you first walked in, it's just like this bleach blonde, like surfer hair.
It was so bad, falling off. I just bleached it. And I was scared to put my head in the water because I was scared it was going to turn green because I heard that when you bleach your
Chlorine
hair,
makes your hair go green.
And then you push me and I'm like, fucking green hair. For me now.
Yeah. First touching you, just like that. The whole caress of the back.
Yep, I remember that.
And it wasn't anything, it was just a slight caress. And I was like, oh damn.
And it was all like tingly and just like a rush of like adrenaline. And it was just, yeah, just like little touches, just like, was like.
Like, wow, we touched.
You sound like little kids.
But it's like though, it's like, oh my gosh, you touched me on my head. I don't even remember the other guys that the entire time.
I remember one of them going into your car and like blasting and go, oh, look at the sound system. And it was like doof doof. That's all I remember from anyone else that day.
His music in the car.
But that's what you were into, and I'm like, oh, this I guess I have to put up with it. I tried to get into it after that. We're gonna be together, try and be lenient. Yeah, and it was just
accept it.
I tried for like months. What is this?
Yeah.
There's no meaning.
I was going to the beach, going away that night. So I had to leave. It was like, I don't know, mid-afternoon. I think I had to
it was like
home.
about 4 o'clock.
Because I had to pack my car, came back the week you went down. We figured all this out like years later. We didn't even know. It was just a week after I went down, and I'd come back like the day before or the day of, the same day that you went down.
Yeah.
The suburb over from
where you were.
We missed that. We missed that chance of seeing each other again. We didn't get each other's numbers.
No, I didn't have a phone on me.
No, you didn't. You didn't bring your phone because you went to the pool, and I think my phone was in the car, and it must have been dead or something.
But the mutual friends asking, hey, can I have Greg's number? And they were like, no, he doesn't like me giving it out to random people. And I'm like, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Like, it's me.
Yeah, I ain't saying random. It's constant. Like, you'd ask him, nah, don't have it. Or, you know, when I asked him, it was like, yeah, I don't have it. I'm like, all right, ask the friend. No, he doesn't. Or can you ask her cousin? And then there was that time that you came to the skate park.
I was with my cousin yet again, and we were meant to be going to Bunnings. And I was in my school uniform, cut through the skate park to get there. And I remember like walking up, but they start talking. I'm like, oh, for sake, like, here we go. And I looked up, and I think you looked up at the same time, and we kind of like saw each other at the same time. And I'm like, is that him? Finally, all chill, and I'm like...
Didn't want to seem like I was anxious, like, God damn it.
I was the same though. I'm like, do I walk over to him, or do I just stand here and wait for him to come here? Like, what do I do?
Just like run? Or walk? I was like, I'll play it safe. And I just like wandered over and just cruised.
With your pink pants.
Red pants.
They were pink. Were you going to do
a poll?
A poll.
This photo is coming up right now on your screen. Are they pink or red?
They're pink.
They're red.
They're fucking pink. We argue over this.
We've had this same argument since before, like since we got together. We've had this argument. Yeah, you tell us in the comments.
I'll be like on my deathbed.
They were pink. Rolled over.
Yep.
And it was just kind of like a, hey, you know, try to play it cool. Didn't want to seem desperate.
I was the same. Yeah, I was like, hey. And then it was like, every time I tried to take a step over to go talk to you, this friend of yours would like step over. Even though I was talking to my cousin, he'd like take a step.
Yeah, he'd like get in between and you'd try and like shoo me away. He did these little shoot, which is like go away. Like we were mates, I knew what that meant. It was go for go away. So my instinct was like, oh shit, he's, you know, seeing you, or he's trying, like you've got a thing going, I didn't know. But it's like, at first I thought he was into your cousin.
It was just those two talking. I wasn't even involved in conversation.
Yeah,
I was like standing out there going like, okay, thanks. Like,
yeah, but that's the thing. I was just shoot out. My backup plan, which was my first plan when we first met, was show off.
And you did. And I was watching you, and I wanted to go over. Like, no, stay here.
I tried to go over again, and I got shoot away again. So it was just like the whole time I was just like, no, just keep showing up. Yeah.
It just didn't happen. That was like later on that year after we first met.
Well, it was probably later than that. At least a month. Between 1 and 4 months after.
Yeah. And then every time I used to drive past the skate park, I used to like keep an eye out for those pink pants. And then occasionally I'd see you, but I couldn't get out of the car. Like a year later, I hung out with him to get your number, did not get it. And it was like, well, that was a waste of goddamn time.
See, both times I just got the same story. Don't have their number.
Yeah, I mean, you first name. They wouldn't give me your last name.
Yeah, they never admitted it. Like after we got together, they were like, oh my God, I can't believe you found each other. It's
so
like,
happy for you.
Yeah, it's like, it was your fault. It wasn't 5 years sooner. Skipped over a few bad relationships there.
Yeah, we wouldn't be as scarred.
5 years later.
Yes, long. I would say that we both had been to hell and back.
Yeah, went through some hardships. We met again.
Yeah, I had a baby. I remember seeing one of those friends of Greg's at
it was like a shopping mall.
And he was looking over at me, and I looked at him, and I'm like, he knows Greg. Like straight away my brain just went, Greg. Do I like go talk to him? Do I go say something? Like I want to find Greg. I want to see what he's doing with his life. Like, will I ever? Because I just never got you off my mind. You were always there.
Yeah, I always had hope, but I just assumed it would never happen.
Yeah.
The only two people were keeping us apart.
Yeah. I went home that night and I found him on Facebook. I already had him as a friend apparently. I didn't realise that. So I messaged him like, hey, saw you today. He didn't even realise that I was who I am. And I brought up like when we met, you and I met and all that kind of stuff. But he was like, oh, really? Like he had no idea who I was. He was just staring at me because, oh, you were hot. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, great.
here we go.
Ew.
But I need to find him. Like I was determined. This was like my last hope of like, okay, if I don't find him now, then I give up. And then he's all like, oh yeah, he's tattooing now. And I was like, So that was my excuse, was like, oh, maybe you can, you know, I like getting tattooed. I have a few.
There's always an excuse.
Yeah, there was an excuse. What's his number? I don't have it. I'm like, but you get tattooed by him. Like, you should have his number. Can I stay at yours? And it was just like, fine, but you're sleeping downstairs. I was in the worst mood ever. And then in the morning, he wakes up and he comes up to my fucking room. But no, I'm not talking to him. Like, I can't do it. And he's just sitting there. And then he posted a status on Facebook about like, what was...
When you're at a chick's house and she won't talk to you.
If he ever posted a status, I would always click on it to see who liked it, who commented, because I was looking for you. That's all I wanted. You commented first.
I commented, why the f are you there then?
I saw your name.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that him? Is that Greg? Oh my fucking god. Clicked on your profile, stalked you. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, he's so hot. Like, he's perfect now. Like, he changed into my perfect man again. Like, how you perfect back then, you're perfect now. And it was just like,
30 kilos.
I liked that so much. It was everything. So then I commented on it because I wanted to get your attention to make sure like that was you. And I commented on it like, I can't remember what I said.
Yeah, I think you just did the laughing face.
I think, yeah, just
it was
something
just
little.
straight up replied to my comment. Like, the
Yeah.
laughing face.
I added you. That got deleted.
Yeah.
And then you added me. You messaged me first. And it was like, we were both trying to like play it off chill.
Yeah, it's like, hey, is this you from the pools?
And it was like, hey, yeah, is this you from the pools? Like, I was like, we were both like...
Yeah, is this the same person? I don't know. We don't know each other's last names,
Yeah.
so it's a...
It could be or it couldn't be.
Yeah, and it was.
Woo!
Finally, and then it was like, feeling we had when we first met kind of came rushing back as like a...
You're a child again, just like...
Yeah, just like, ooh.
It's Christmas!
Yeah,
Like...
and it was like that, it just went full back down into like shy mode. Of like, I don't know what to say.
I don't want to f*** up.
Yeah,
Like,
how can I not f*** up this time? You know, make sure we got friends, make sure we're talking, that way like, we're talking now. And I think I gave you my number the same day.
yeah,
Like,
we were just
I was
very like...
we were talking on Facebook and I was like, I think I said text me and I just
Yeah,
said, here's my number, text me. And that way, like once you actually texted me, I was like, sweet. Like that's when I knew for sure. It was like, cool, we're not gonna lose contact again. We were texting for a little bit and then you stopped replying. I messaged you on Facebook, I was like, hey, texting you, and then you said, no, I don't have my phone. Met up a few times after that. Yeah, like we met up three
times.
That party, and that's when went down and we lost contact again.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. You came to the party and then...
You didn't know I was coming.
No, and then it was kind of like shit hit the fan that night, the party, weird stuff going on at that party. And then we lost contact for a good part of a year. It was around April that we started talking again. I messaged you again. Like, hey, how you going? Sorted all the shit out, all the drama.
I was trying to not like let you in. There was a part of me that was like, no, he f***ed up. You can't trust him. Because I thought it was all you.
I didn't fuck up. Just to make that clear,
like,
I never f***ed up. It was just a bad situation of the wrong people.
We sat down, we went for lunch and we talked about it all.
Yeah, I sat down, we like sorted everything out, explained myself and everything that happened, started hitting it off again.
I just couldn't let you go.
Yeah.
There was every part of me that was like, don't believe a single word that he's f***ing saying, he's lying. But then there was also this like angel bit that was like, but it's great. And you've never felt like that towards anyone. Like, you can't just let this go.
And I proved I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Not like I was just like lying and trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
I like proved it wasn't me, it was...
Yeah, we sat there, we
people.
exchanged messages, and I think we sat there going like,
Yeah, we were like going through.
Yeah.
Like, what the you know?
that never happened. What are you talking about? I never said that. Like, it was just
Yeah.
big.
So yeah, and then started hitting it off again. And
I was
then
moving out.
Yeah, you moved out, and you know I came around.
You never left.
And
Pretty
put, the
much.
put the handcuffs on me, the old ball and chain, and that's
Yeah, it was
I was
just-
stuck.
I remember
couldn't
sitting
leave.
there. It was just like, I think after a few weeks or a month of dating or something, we both sat there and we were like, look, we need to slow down on this.
Yeah,
We're going really fast. Maybe you should say at your house more. And I think we did like one night.
and you're like, okay, come back.
Yeah, I just couldn't
And
do it.
from there, it was just like, yeah, I moved in yours when we actually officially started dating.
Yeah, that was my housewarming.
Yeah, it's your housewarming, and we're like, you know, drinking the usual, and then you pulled me aside and you said, so when are you going to ask me out? And I said, right now. We were together.
Yeah, it felt like forever. Really, it was like.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was probably a couple of weeks.
I
since we
think,
started
yeah,
talking
I
again,
think
but
it was mainly just like, come on, like we've waited this long.
We now or never. Like,
Yeah.
we either try it and see if it works, or we forget it and move on, and that wasn't an option.
I couldn't move on from you. You were always
Yeah,
there.
7 years down the track, here we are now.
Built a life for ourselves.
That is the story on how we met. Actually, it's a bit longer than how we met, how we met, how we met, how we met.
Alright, times 3. What was the weirdest fact that you found out when we started dating?
How many mutual friends your cousin had mutual friends with me, and multiple, like I'm talking almost 10 mutual friends. So many.
We should have met a lot sooner.
Yeah, holiday houses, could have run into each other.
We lived so close.
Yeah, you lived around the corner from the skate park. Many things that should have like brought us together. And yeah, being at the skate park years and years, like back when I was taking riding really serious. Always there.
But any time that I went there, you weren't.
Yeah, now we're married, 2 daughters, a son.
Business. We got a lot more planned for the future. We're a fucking power couple. I still feel like the whole reason why it took that long was the age. I feel like we had to mature and go through everything that we went through to really appreciate each other.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we would have worked if we started dating when we first met.
No, back then I wasn't relationship material at all.
Same.
Like, not even close to it. I knew I was attractive.
It all fell into place. It all worked out the way that it was meant to.
Yeah.
You got me forever, bitch.
Thanks for watching. Especially if you watched to the end.
Yes.
That was nice of you.
I'm sorry, it's a long ass video.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
Comment below, red or pink. Red.
Love pink. But
Red.